This Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF6951. Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vid Productions video. This is going to be a long-awaited video. That's right, I am going to be doing an update on my layout expansion work that we're doing. Sorry, duh. Anyhow, we're going to do some wiring in this video, and not only just wiring, but we're going to do a wiring reversing loop. And I'm going to show you guys the product I'm going to be using and how easy it is to hook up. Now, this is not one of those fancy digital reversing loop gadgets. It's just a simple reversing polarity product. It is a Digitrax AR1 that I purchased from Yankee Dabbler a couple of months ago. That's how long I've had this puppy, assuming that we were going to do wiring soon. Anyhow, I'm going to take it out of the package and I'm going to show you exactly how it works, or not how it works, but how to wire it up. I mean, it's basically 2 wires in, 2 wires out, and then to the track that you got. But there are some specifications you need to know about. Anyhow, let me go ahead and open this and I'll show you how it all works, and I'll get down on the workbench and make it just a bit easier. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is the paperwork that comes in the package with the AR1. As you can see up on the top there, it identifies all the parts, and on the bottom there it tells you how to hook it up. And I'll show you how that gets hooked up when we get out to the layout. But anyhow, let me show you the unit itself. And this is it. Like I said, it's very simple. 2 wires in, 2 wires out, connected to the track, and you're ready to go. It's simple. It's a relay controlled. You do have adjustment on here if you want to adjust the sensitivity. It's right there. If you can see that little blue knob right there. It's a potentiometer kind of deal. I don't know why they put 5 joints right here, but you can only use 2, and there's really no way that you could mess it up. From your bus line, 2 wires in, and it doesn't matter which way they go, because that's what it does. It senses polarity. And then 2 wires out to the track that you're going to do. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get out to the layout and let's see how this is all going to work out. So stay tuned and we will be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, before we do any kind of wiring out here, permanent wiring I should say, we're going to take a train around the track just to make sure that it's good running for now, and there's no faults in the track. I did give it a clean up, so let's see how this works out. When it goes into, when it crosses over that turnout right there, it is now in the reversing section. Let me juice it up a bit. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on this. So this is going to be the scenic route with the continuous run situation. There'll be a mountain right there, and more mountain around here. Lots of scenery up in this section, guys. And as you can see, it's running pretty good. Now this is still all a reversing loop, and I'll explain to you when we start hooking up the wiring why it's so big. Or actually it could be smaller, or it could actually be bigger. But we're looking good so far. I got something special planned for that area right there, where that bottle of alcohol is, and the level and all this stuff. we're coming around to the end of the reversing loop, and as soon as it goes across the insulator, it should stop. And there you go. Alright, so now that we know we have a good track, let's continue on with the video. So hang on and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is where I am mounting the electrical connections and the circuit board for the reversing loop. On the right is the reversing loop, and then of course you see the barrier strip right there, or whatever it's called. But what I'm going to do with that is I am actually going to use these guys right here to actually jump, sorry about that fast movement, to jump the terminals, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. You can see up there I have a Y and a G, so it's going to be yellow and green, and from that I'll be able to do all my bus lines and stuff like that. Anyhow, let me get set up here and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a few minutes. Be right back. Alright guys, so now I went ahead and installed these little guys. They fit perfectly, they're made for these guys. And so I'm just going to loosen up a couple of these screws up here, and we'll commence putting some wiring in here. Now I got 4 connections for the green and 4 connections for the yellow. So that should be enough to do what I need to do right here in this area. Now, to connect these to this, I'm going to be using these guys. It might be kind of hard to see because of the shadow, but there you go. That's a little bit better. And so we will go ahead and strip my wire. Now these 2 wires here are going to be the bus feeder wires from the 2nd deck up to the 3rd deck. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I didn't plan this out too well, and this was the only place that I would be able to access both of these items here. So with that being said, I love using this tool right here. Let me back this camera out just a bit. There you go. I love using this tool. I've been using this tool even when I was working on BMWs. I used to use this one anytime I would do something concerning wiring. So I have those both stripped now. Now you guys might be saying, well, why don't I put these 2 yellows together and these 2 greens together? These fasteners, or whatever you want to call them, are only good up to 18 gauge, and that's what this is 18 gauge. So 2 of them probably would not fit. Then I'll take this and I'll give him a little twisty coo like that. Actually, I think we should strip a little bit more off of there. There you go. That's a little bit better. Point the camera down a bit. That might be better right there. Alright, so we'll stick them in there like that, and then we'll use these guys with the red right there on the top, and it says that's good for 18 to 22 gauge wire, and that's what we're using. So we'll go ahead and crimp that guy. I use 2 hands because my old man hands aren't as strong as they used to be. I'll give it a tug, make sure it's in there good, and we'll do the same for the green. Strip it back a bit more. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Oops. Something fall down and go boom. I figures it would be the crimping pliers. All right. And so now we'll go ahead and put this guy in there. I'm kind of holding the wire and the connector with both of these fingers right now so they don't move until after I crimp it. Alright, so now we are ready to make our first connection to our terminal block. And like you can see, one side is for the green and one side is for the yellow. Now, even though that's occupied, I could still put another one in there if I wanted to. Where's my green? Pull him back a little bit. Okay. And now we'll do the same with the yellow. And because there's this plastic in between and I did not jump it from here to here, I am insulated from one from the other. So go ahead and put him up here. And I put the flattest side down so it gets a good connection. All right. And now pull my yellow through. Just like that. All right, so now I have established that here's the main feeder for the bus line on these 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the green 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can put as many as I want on this and make it work. So with all that being said, let me go ahead and hook these up, and then we'll get to the next part of this. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is the completed wiring that I have done out here. We still have just a little bit more to go, but basically this is the main hub where I am picking up a bus line from the second level, which we're going to do next. But from here I get to feed out everything I need to feed out. And also, as you can see right here, is that I took my bus wire and ran it across to the AR1. And then from the AR1, I ran it out to where the first connection is going to be. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's continue on with this wiring project that we got going on. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, we're under the table, actually under level number 2, and this is where we're going to pick up our bus line from right here. And as you can see, I'm going to use suitcase connectors. And these are my wires that go up to the last terminal block that I just showed you. And I already ran it down here. So now, basically, we're just going to go ahead and cut these and stick them in. And right after this gets done, we'll probably have a little test run to see if everything is working. And the funny thing is, with all the tools I got, I cannot find a pair of pliers. So I have to use these little vice grip dealies. So we stick him in there like that. Make sure he's all the way in. And take that. And alright, this looks like it needs to go down just a bit more. I wasn't as neat doing the wiring when I first did this layout, so it looks a little sloppy. Let's see, opens up a bit, and let's see if we can squeeze that down just a bit more. There we go. Alright, and then we just close that up. Alright, so now all we need to do is the green one, and turn on the system and see if we blow up or if we actually can run a train. Yeah, I crossed that over. I shouldn't have crossed that over like that. Oh well. Alright, so here we go. We'll do the second one here. And alright. And now, let's see if we can get this guy to clamp down. It's actually bending. It's not really a good pair of pliers to be using for this. So I don't know if this is actually going to work or not. Well, it looks like it went in. And nope, it didn't. Son of a gun. Alright. I might have to do this the old-fashioned way, because that's the only two of those suitcase connectors that I have. I'm not really fond of them anyhow. I always seem to have problems with them. So we'll go ahead and take this guy apart. Alright, so I guess we need to do this the old-fashioned way. And the old-fashioned way would be to strip this guy back like that, and then we'll take this guy and we'll do this. And we'll just wrap that around there. And with this connection here, the main bus line all the way around to the other side is live. As soon as I turn the power on, I'm gonna have to solder this, but not right now. I won't do that right now. Right now, I just want to see if we have power and if everything works and no shorts. So stay tuned, and we will be back in a minute. Alright guys, we got all the wiring hooked up. Now let's see if it all works. So we're going to run this train around. And here is the beginning or the end of the reversing loop. And here is the other end or the beginning of the reversing loop. So let's run our train around and see how it goes. I think we should go in the other direction first, eh? Stop. There you go. Alright, let's see how this works. That's a good sign right there. And the reason why I got my polarity car on there is because right there we got to hook up some more wires, some more feeder wires. Now I want to make sure that I have the colors correct. Huh. I think there's something wrong with the AR1 because it's clicking too many times. It shouldn't be clicking right now. You guys hear that? Maybe I just need to adjust the sensitivity a bit more. Now what they say in the instructions for this AR1 is you need to make the reverse loop as long as your longest train that's going to have something electrical that might interfere with the AR1 working properly if it is not fully inside the loop. Like if you have a lighted car or something that has sound or something like that and it's half in and half out, it will mess up. Alright, let's see now what's going to happen here when it gets to this insulating part. Okay, well that worked. Alright guys. Alright guys, I am going to do a small run session over the new track that I just installed and also wiring that I just finished. It's staged right now at the beginning of ash work. It's been quite a while since I've gone over those turnouts, so I hope everything goes okay. I have a couple of -9s and about a 10-car train, so let's see if we can get this thing going. And we're on the move. Hopefully it'll go across those turnouts. Sorry for any shaking, guys. I'm doing really a long shot here, and I'm hand holding this. Oops, and we got a little separation there. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, the couplers that come on Cato locomotives are not the best in the world, and the slightest little bump or misalignment or whatever, they just uncouple. But these happen to be a couple of my better running locomotives. Dave just went ahead and took care of some stuff that needed to get done on there. And right now, I'm at, come on, focus. Focus. Speed step 7, throttle on the left-hand side. Alright, we're We're about to enter all the new track work and new wiring. And when it goes across that turnout right there, it will be into the reversing loop. And that's the way we're going to go. I just boost the speed up number 10, just so this doesn't take long. So now it is in the reversing section. When it goes across that turnout, the diverging route is the reversing loop, and the second half of it is right there. Not too shabby for a boy from Brooklyn, huh? Looks nice. It's gonna look nice when there's all the mountains and trees there. That's gonna look cool. Now Dave may be over. Today is Monday, October 5th, I believe. And that's when I'm doing this video right here. And Dave's supposed to come over a little later on today, and we'll finish up the track work to get this going back down to Phoenix. But other than that, I'm just testing this all out to see how it all works. And so far, I think we're looking pretty good. There is a spot back there I need to check out that makes the locomotive trucks jump off the track going in the other direction. Sounds like somebody's off the track right now. We're at speed step 10, by the way, so I changed it. Alright, so we crossed that. Now we are out of the reversing loop and back onto normal track. But right now I need to stop if there's no more track. So stop car, train. There you go. Anyhow, I just wanted to get that on film just to inaugurate the first run of the new track and all the wiring and stuff, and it seems to be working just fine. So hopefully today we can finish up those 2.5 pieces of track right there, and maybe even start doing some other stuff out here in this room. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's see what else we can get into. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, this is part 2 of the video I just did. We have Dave here today, and he's going to be doing the last 2.5 pieces of track that are required for me to make a full run from Phoenix all the way up to the scenic route and back down to Phoenix again. So we're just going to let this camera run and listen to Dave mumble to himself while he's putting his stuff together. The reason why I have him doing this is because he did such a good job on the first section up here. This track is really, really straight. He did a really good job. Thumbs up, buddy.
Thanks.
So I'm just going to be here to supervise and see what's going on. Run the camera, I guess, or whatever. I'm tired of doing all that wiring I just finished up, so it's Dave's turn. Ah, so you got to see my face on that one. Did I scare you guys? There we go. Get a little bit of shot of Dave working over there. I had my share of code 55 rail joiners going into my thumb.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to avoid that.
We all try to avoid it. Unfortunately, it's something that can't be avoided.
Sometimes it seems that way.
Yeah, if we can get like maybe 2 more track up on that level right there that you're working on, we have a little place to park trains up there.
Yeah, we gotta save some work for JD when he comes by. Let him play with rail joiners.
Yeah, really. And you know, the funny thing is, he does it so quick.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know how he does it, but he does it, yeah.
He must have a trick that I don't know. I can't even this one to go in.
If you're having problems with one, just get another one. Sometimes, you know, like I said, I don't know if all of those are new in that little jar,
Oh, that's a tight one. Yeah, so
but the micro engineering are a lot tighter than the Atlas ones.
yeah. Should be good once I get it going.
Yeah, once you get it going.
It's just a,
Keywords, once you get it going.
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Uh-oh, he said, here we go.
Finally.
We got it. Finally. All right.
One.
All that time you just got one joiner on?
I know, eh?
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
I don't know. Having a hard time with this.
I guess.
It's my bad eyesight getting worse or something.
Uh-oh. Here come the excuses.
Hard to get it in the little hole.
This is going to be the last 2.5 pieces of track that need to go in here, guys, so we can finish the run. If you're going in that direction there, it's going to be eastbound, and the track that he's working on now will be the westbound traffic that'll be coming down. BNSF calls it eastbound because when it gets to Williams, the only way it can go is east, and the first place that it goes east, I believe, is Winslow, Arizona, where there's a yard. And I don't think the train will actually come back and go west. Pretty sure that just keeps going east. Anything from the west will be coming in on the Arizona-California Railroad. Just a little history of what I know. I might be wrong in that whole situation, but I think that's pretty close to accurate. All right, so let Dave continue. Don't give me no shit. Oopsie.
Oh my god. It's so weird.
Yeah, we'll be able to see if that other turnout works. So basically, just to do this loop, somebody would have to operate this control panel right here, from the eastbound turnout to the westbound turnout. I used to have a tool, and I don't know what happened to it, but it was one of those mini pocket screwdrivers, and I took my my Dremel, and on the blade, on the flat side of the blade, I just kind of went up with the Dremel about midway, and it fit right over the track, and I was able to use that for pushing and pulling off rail joiners.
I gotta play with this one.
Uh-oh, we're gonna play. Here he goes. All right, we'll be back in a few.